What's up, you guys? This is Steven, and I'm back with another lyrical analysis. This time I'll be analyzing the song Someday by Koda Kumi. And this lyrical analysis, as well as the lyrical analysis for Feel and Lies, was requested by YouTube user LV90047 space period. So thanks a lot. As well, pretty much she requested the whole story. And the whole story, I believe, goes in the order of Candy, you, let's see, it's Candy, You, Feel, Lies, and Someday. And this was a part of Koda Kumi's 12 singles in 12 weeks publicity marketing strategy, or whatever you want to call it. A lot of people, well, not a lot of people, but some people were critical about it, and they were accusing her of basically, trying her best to stay relevant, basically. And of course, that is what this situation was about, trying to stay relevant, because, who doesn't want to not be relevant as a musical artist, right? But I guess people thought it was a bit too contrived, and it didn't come off as like organic, and it was more about just staying relevant versus actually putting out music that people would like, or that is authentic. But anyway, nevertheless, this is Koda Kumi's story, and this is the last part of the story. So with that being said, here we go. And also, by the way, this is, if you didn't know by now, this is on her Best Second Session album, and the single was used to promote the Best Second Session album as well. All right, with that being said, here we go. If we see each other again, I want us to smile at each other. I'm waiting for that day to come because you are my treasure. Okay. So it sounds like Koda Kumi, she's taking a different route with this song. It's right here, because usually Koda Kumi is all about like, dropping it like it's hot, twerking, grinding on a pole, grinding on Coca-Cola bottles. But here, Koda Kumi, she's trying to get deep with it a little bit. All right. So, Koda Kumi gets a checkpoint for that. Because this dude is her treasure, or whoever is her treasure, and she wants them to smile at each other. And she's waiting for that day to come, so it hasn't come yet. But the dude is her treasure. She treasures this dude, so that's good. There's definitely a meaning to these days that keep on passing and are having met. Okay, so Koda Kumi does not believe in coincidences. She is like, this means something. Like, we cross paths for a reason. And that's true. I do believe that is true. I know, I'm like, oh, yeah. Even the people like I work with, I'm like, oh, yeah. I guess we were all put in each other's lives for some reason or another. I guess we can all get something from each other. This was all orchestrated by, the Lord in heaven. And for what reason, I don't know. I really don't know. But time will tell. Time will tell. Let's see. And what's going to happen after this? It's all decided by someone, isn't it? I guess it's decided by you or him or God. You guys could decide it, I guess. It's your destiny. I'll look to the future and walk on by myself. So she's going to walk on by herself. And I kind of feel where Koda Kumi coming from with that, because sometimes I feel like that too, where it's like, sometimes I just feel like I might need to just cut ties. And I feel like that because maybe I sometimes may get too attached to the point where I may be so attached that it becomes crippling, where I feel like I can't go on without having this person or these people in my life. So I'm like, I'll just go and walk alone. But, you don't always want to be alone, You want to have someone with you at one point or another. However, I do like my personal space at times, so I'm like, just leave me alone sometimes. I just need my private time. But it's always nice to have someone there with you. Okay, next lyrics. We split up over something ordinary that you said, but even now we have strong feelings for each other. So she putting it all on him that he said something and they split up. So it's your fault, dude. That's how Koda Kumi does it. She's not gonna take no responsibility for anything she did in the relationship. And some people do that. Some people do that. Some people do play the blame game and just blame it all on someone else and never want to take responsibility for the part they played in it. Because I don't know why, but that's what people do. I'm truly happy that I met you. Who said my red nose was cute? Okay, so she's happy that she met this dude who said her red nose was cute. So I guess she might have had like some skin irritation because she was blowing her nose so much. So she was like looking like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer at some point. And that is understandable because I guess they might have met in winter, maybe. Or maybe the relationship came to an end in winter, perhaps. Maybe that's where the red nose came from. Perhaps. All those albums of photos I took with you and all those emails, they're my precious treasures. How many freaking photos did you take to have albums? Like I don't think I have that many albums of my family. So how you have albums of this dude? Either this dude is really special or you like a camera addict, like a photo addict or something. And those emails, emails do add up, but they're probably not really, the majority of them aren't really anything special, Just my opinion. Most emails aren't really that special. There's probably a few that you should keep, but the rest you can just delete. Let's see. The time we spent together wasn't so long, but it was immeasurably deep. I can't just relegate it to a memory. That will just fade away. Nothing can replace the time I spent with you. So this dude must have been really special. The time wasn't very long, so I'm guessing it was a season. They probably got together in fall and it ended in winter. But it was, it really touched her. And Koda Kumi is appreciative of that. So she can't just make this a memory. She doesn't want to just make this a memory. Like she wants this dude, I guess, to be in her life still. Sometimes I do feel like that too, where I don't want to make this person a memory, but sometimes it just has to happen like that because unfortunately everyone who comes into your life isn't meant to stay in your life forever. Your paths cross for a brief moment in time for some reason or another. I'm not sure what the reason is. You often find out the reason later, or either you never find out the reason at all. But yeah, everyone who comes in your life isn't meant to stay there forever. And this may be the situation. But you will heal and find something better. So be strong, Koda. Be strong, Koda Kumi. Let's see. Nothing can replace the time she spent with the dude. So ain't nothing gonna replace that. That's good. I hope that if we meet again somewhere someday, we can talk to each other with a smile. I want to have good relationships. I want you to have good relationships. So that's good. That's good. She's really like, I want good things for you. Even if like she can't have him, she wants him to go on and find happiness and have a good relationship with some other woman. And that takes a big person to be able to do that. Where you really do care so much about the person that you're just like, I have to let you go. Because she really cares. See, I want you to have good relationships and someday see the new me. So she would like to meet this dude again. Hopefully their paths may cross once again. One time again in the future. Perhaps their paths will stay crossed. in the future. Who knows? Who knows? Again, only time will tell. But hey, you have a good attitude about it, Koda Kumi, and perhaps maybe you guys will reunite at some point. And if you don't, maybe you have something even better coming in your future. So, hold on. You don't notice when I changed. You didn't notice when I changed my hairstyle, but I'm truly happy to have met you. Okay, so he didn't notice, but maybe he's just not hung up on, the looks aspect of you, which, ultimately is a good thing. But you may be like, I look good. Koda Kumi probably like, I look good. So how you not hung up on my looks? But maybe he's just not into, the looks thing. Maybe he's just more interested in, you as a person, and that's good if he's interested in, you just, what you have to offer as just a human being. Even when you got jealous, you didn't get mad. Just held me. You were so sweet like that. So even when this dude got jealous, he didn't get mad. He didn't start going crazy and stuff. He's just kind of was like, all right, he's gonna handle it in like a dignified, healthy way. So that's good. The songs I listen to with you and your smell and your mannerisms. In the skies, I look at with you. In the roads, I walk along with you. All right. So she is like into this dude's mannerisms, his smells. They all looking at the sky together, walking down roads. So they just getting their love affair on. So good for y'all. Good for y'all. If we see each other again, I want us to smile at each other. I'm waiting for that day to come. I'm truly happy that I met you. Who said my red nose was cute? All those albums of photos I took with you and all those emails, they're my precious treasures. That's nice. I didn't expect this song to be so, I guess, positive or uplifting, or I didn't expect to relate to the song as well, but I kind of get where she's coming from with this. I'm in a sort of a similar situation, not so much a romantic situation though. It's more of a situation at like where I work at. But I'm thinking about possibly leaving because there's been issues with this situation. Unfortunately, it started off as really good, but then it turned really bad. At one point or another, like this week that just passed. Again, this video may be released at a different point, so the stuff I'm talking about may not be exactly the week prior, but nevertheless, the week prior, or the week that just finished, I was like going through it. I was getting crap from my manager. Like at one point, my manager threatened to fire me in a roundabout way when we had a meeting. He has definitely like set me up to fail. Has taken me to task on things that I had nothing to do with. Definitely, he is out for me, definitely. And I didn't do anything to him. I didn't provoke him. He came at me with craziness, and I responded. And I responded in a professional way for the most part. But yeah. So issues with the job. But nevertheless, the last whole week I was like, okay, I'm gonna get fired. I'm getting fired. I'm mentally preparing myself to get fired because I'm thinking, okay, this is my last day. This is my last day. This dude is going to try to get rid of me. Thankfully, I survived. And thankfully, he will be managing from a distance. Thankfully. He won't be there every single day. In fact, it got to the point where like my coworkers even knew that this dude didn't like me. Like my supervisor, my direct supervisor even told me that I need to like, watch out. Like for some reason he doesn't like you and you shouldn't be talking with your other coworker in front of him. Because that was another issue. I'm talking to this person while this person is writing something up for me. And then I'm like getting chewed out over this stuff. it's a lot that goes into it. I'm sorry to get off topic, but I kind of had to put that in. But what I'm trying to relate this to, I related to the song because at the same time, it's like, I met so many cool and interesting people at the job, especially the original people that I started with. We were the first people to start off the place, We were the people who got the place up and going when they first started and first opened their doors. And I'm like, I am really, I'm really blessed to have crossed paths with these people. I really am. I really feel that way. And I know that unfortunately it will come to an end. And I don't want it to come to an end. I don't want it to, but at some point or another it has to come to an end. And, the moment that we have will fade. It will be a memory. I don't want it, I don't want it to, but unfortunately I think that's just what happens because we all have different dreams and aspirations and it will take us other places. But, I'm definitely, it is definitely a blessing to have crossed paths and to have met the people that I've met at my job. But as far as the music video for this song is concerned, it's just a whole bunch of like clips from the previous video for the most part. And it has a new clip of Koda and she's singing in her winter outfit, but it's not winter. Then she's singing in a field in a sunset. And she looks nice in it. She looks nice. I like the sunset type of look too. She was singing like in this cornfield. Well, maybe not corn, but it's a wheat field. And she's laying on her car, or she is tilted on her car. Like she's leaning on her car. There it is, leaning on her car. And yeah, that's pretty much it. But yeah, I was surprised to relate to the song so much. So I didn't, I relate to the song not so much on a romantic level, but more on like just, a level of just having certain people in your life and, not wanting to part ways. But unfortunately, your path in life, you have to continue down it, And there is a song called "The Great Artist" by a Taiwanese C-pop / Mandopop artist named Jolene Tai. And she basically said that, what you have, you can create again. Don't be afraid to create it. So what I have, I can create somewhere else. So what you have with someone else, you can create it with someone else because you are the great artist who created this. It may not seem like it, but you created this. Again, but that's all I have to say. I usually don't reference other artists in other artists' video, but, I will give a shout out to Miss Jolene Tai. Perhaps I'll do a lyrical analysis of one of her videos or one of her songs one day. If you don't know who Jolene Tai is, go check her out. She's pretty cool, For what I've seen, she's pretty cool. So that's all I got. Feel free to comment. Feel free to subscribe. Feel free to give me a thumbs up. It's greatly appreciated. Until the next video, adios and goodbye for now.